You are about to unearth the secrets to injecting quick bursts of cash into your bank account, spending nothing more than a few minutes crafting your very own persuasive emails. This is email marketing at its best, and very soon you will be joining the ranks of top direct response and online marketers. Now, if you have already built your opt-in mailing list, you probably wonder what to do with it next. And above all, you ask yourself, how do I make money from this? And over again. Your question is about to be answered in a while. A lot of top marketers always preach that the money is in the list. But is it really? After years of experimenting with email marketing and list building, I've reached to a conclusion that money isn't in a list after all. I know this goes against the common belief that the money is in the list, and that a lot of marketers out there are preaching it. I suspect they are just parroting ancient advice without verifying it. Because my research and trial and error have suggested that the money is in the relationship with the subscribers after all, not the list itself. To merely treat these names as a list shows a huge disrespect to the people who trusted you enough to part their details with you. And to me, every name opted into my list are real people behind their computers. Just imagine, if you have a list of 1,000 subscribers, and while this number may seem insignificant in comparison to top-notch experts who have a strong following of tens or even hundreds of thousands of subscribers, just imagine if these 1,000 people are magically teleported to stand in front of you right now. Massive crowds, isn't it? That's the beauty of the internet. You can connect to just about anyone from around the world, ignoring borders, and your customer doesn't have to be local at all. So I also arrived at one strict conclusion. The marketer with a better relationship with the subscribers makes the most money. That being said, when you build your mailing list, you must have a clear goal. Yes, we all want to make money from our mailing list, and this is actually the reason why we are building it. But we must not neglect that if you want to make money from your mailing list, you must first build a better relationship with your subscribers so that they can start to trust you first. Trust you enough to part their money with you. The next thing I want to talk about is the purpose of email marketing. A lot of amateur marketers, when they build their mailing list for the first time, they always have wrong assumptions and wrong goals about email marketing. It is not to give free content, unlike contrary to what a lot of newbies have taught. The purpose of email marketing at the same time is also not to sell. If it's not to give free content, it's also not for selling for that matter. So what is the purpose of email marketing? The purpose of email marketing is to pre-sell. I want to make an emphasis here. Pre-sell. You don't send emails to your subscribers to give free content. The harsh truth is that nobody has the time to read one long email of content that is free and there's no call to action. Because the lifestyle of most people from around the world today is that they wake up early in the morning, they quickly check their emails, and they will delete everything that is not useful before they go to work or continue with the rest of their lives in the day. At the same time, it is also not to sell. Because the purpose of email marketing is to sell, then a lot of spam emails should be quite reliable today, don't you think? Expert marketers, on the other hand, they already define their purpose of email marketing, and all they do is just pre-sell. You don't have to attempt to do any hard selling in your emails. You just pre-sell, give a nudge, and then there's this popular question. Should I write a long email or short email? After experimenting with hundreds of emails, I found out that the shorter emails normally outperforms the longer emails. Now this is not a universal truth because in some cases, I found out that long emails do perform better than short emails in terms of response. But overall, I find that short emails are better because you get straight to the point, you encourage the person to take action a lot faster, and because, as I've said earlier, people in general are always busy. They want to get things done quickly. They want to read things quickly as well. Anything that does not interest them, they will delete from the inbox. And don't forget that since other competitors are also using email marketing as a means of reaching the same target prospects, this means you are competing for attention. Therefore, your message has to be short, snappy, and straight to the point. This is why short emails tend to outperform long emails most of the time. So, how do you format your emails? Now, if you're a direct response marketer, chances are you are going to be using text emails. So you want to have your email formatted in a very sexy and compelling way so that it's easier for your subscriber to read your email and easily get that point driven to them. So here are some steps to format your email so that it can be easily read and look professional at the same time. First things first is that you must limit your text to 55 characters per line, no more than that. This is because a lot of email browsers and inbox readers, they cannot read emails that are more than 55 characters per line or 65 characters per line. So it is safer to limit to 55 characters per line. Next thing is, you must have a call to action. You don't just send an email talking about your story. This is where a lot of people are giving away free content. I always wonder why they're not making any money. You don't just give free content away. You must have a call to action. You must have subscribers to do something, and this is always why you have a call to action. You want the prospect to take action all the time. It can be clicking on a link, it can be taking a survey, it can be replying to your email, it's up to you. But normally, the call to action will be clicking on the link so that you can send him to a sales letter and let the sales letter do the rest of the selling. This is why pre-selling in your email is very important. Then the next thing you want to have is a PS, postscript. As you can tell, that writing an email to your subscriber is like writing a personal letter to a one person. Having a PS is good for giving reminders, showing hidden benefits, and making another call to action. Again, I want to remind you to keep your email short, no more than 2 to 3 pages in a Word document. So you might be wondering, what kind of contents are you going to give or write in your email? Even if it's a promotional email or an email you want to talk about a real story and follow with a call to action, how do you write your email? It's actually very easy, even if you think you are running out of ideas or you think that you don't know much. All you have to do is get back to your basic 6 questions, the WH questions, and answer them in your promotional email. Who, what, why, when, where, and how. So when you answer these questions accordingly and write your email and have all these WH questions answered, this means you have systematically written your promotional email very easily and answered all of your subscribers' objections, questions, and encountered skepticism for the matter without him even realizing that you're actually basically just answering your own 6 questions. The next thing I want to talk about is your call to action. As mentioned earlier, the call to action is the most important thing and is the primary goal of your email marketing campaigns. You want a person to take a call to action of any kind. If you're clicking on a link to visit a sales letter and let the sales letter do the selling, therefore you make a commission for a sale. Or you can get a person to do a survey. You can also get a subscriber to reply to your email with a testimonial, and so on. The most important thing is that you must have a call to action. If there's nothing in it for your subscriber, then do not send an email at all. That being said, every time you're about to write to a subscriber, you must have a clear goal. What do you want your subscriber to do? Now, how would you like to know the secret to doubling your sales? It's actually very easy. You see, after sending the first promotional email, let's just say you made 10 sales. The next thing you want to do is send a follow-up email. Is that correct? And that is what a lot of expert internet marketers do. They always send a follow-up email. It's actually very easy. You don't have to make it very complicated. All you have to do is copy the same email you sent out, which was your first promotional email, and change the headline to something like, "Have you seen this yet? A gentle reminder. This is selling out fast." Or you can add the word RE in front of your initial email headline and send it all over again. The body of the email can remain the same as the first one. Maybe you can change the first paragraph to something like, "This is a gentle reminder," or "Have you seen this yet?" Something along those lines. And then you can just double your sales that way. Believe it or not, although this is oversimplified, this is how a lot of successful internet marketers are making twice the amount of money with very little effort. Actually, no effort at all. Easy, isn't it? Now, how would you like to know the secret to tripling your sales? Actually, this is just the same as what I was mentioning to you earlier. Just copy back the first email and send it again on the 3rd time. That's all there is to it. Now, here are 4 types of follow-up emails that you can send out besides your promotional email. You can send a reminder email and ask if your subscriber has seen this yet. Because some subscribers may have genuinely missed out your first email, they could be busy, they could have been away for a weekend, or for any reason they may have not seen your first email, it's good to send them a reminder and they will actually appreciate it. Frequently asked questions email where you can answer popular questions and counter objections. Unmentioned benefits that you have not covered in the previous emails at all, maybe because it was too long and therefore you have saved it for the second email. Or target a different sub-niche altogether, or a different group of customers altogether. Last call email. This creates an urgency or scarcity factor, especially if your offer is genuinely running out of time or running out of copies of the product. This concludes the Email Marketing Secrets course.